Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now this is the latest from Fido called the L3. It's a compact, lightweight, and collapsible bike, folding up small enough to put in the back seat of your car. But that's not the most impressive thing. Fido has given the L3 a range rating of 120 miles. In the review, I'll test to see if you really can reach that range, along with the speed, acceleration, hill, and brake test. Everything you need or want to know about the L3. So let's kick things off with the speed test. The L3 comes with a 350 watt brushless motor in the rear wheel, powered by a huge 48 volt, 23.2 amp hour lithium battery. That is the largest battery out of any bike I've tested, and is rated up to 1,000 charge cycles, twice the lifespan of most batteries. It can be removed with the keys and charged on the go, which takes 7 to 9 hours. Fido says that power can take a rider up to 15.5 miles per hour. Gonna do a speed test on all 3 speed modes, with speed mode 1 first, full battery, speed up open. Let's see how fast I can get this thing up to. For speed 1, I got 8 miles per hour, speed 2, 10, and speed 3, 11. Here's all 3 speed modes side by side. The L3 comes with a half-twist throttle that releases the full power of the bike, taking me up to the speed rating of 15.5 miles per hour. Here's the difference between pedal assist 3 and throttle. A top speed of 15 miles per hour makes the L3 the second slowest in this range. I thought it would be interesting to see the difference in acceleration between pedal assist 3 and straight throttle, so I did a side-by-side test, with both maxing out at the same time at just under 10 seconds. The L3 has got some serious power for how small it is. Here's a difference in acceleration between the 3 pedal assist levels. And now between pedal assist 3 and throttle. I'd say the L3 is one of the fastest accelerations in this price range. Now they say this thing can go 120 miles, which is pretty crazy. I've never seen anything close to that for a range rating on any bike I've tested. This is a paved trail that goes 13 miles up to the entrance of Bryce Canyon. And you don't have to pay to get in if you ride there on your bike. I've got the seat raised to the highest position, also the handlebars, and I still feel like a giant on it. And my knees are coming up pretty high. The L3 is designed to fit a rider 5 foot up to 6'5". I'm 5'11" and decided it was too small to pedal for any length of time, and switched over to straight throttle to finish out the range test. This is the kind of bike where you gotta be a little bit more confident and secure with your appearance, which is why I'm out in the middle of nowhere riding this thing. It's goofy looking, but it attracts the looks, you know? It gets people turning their heads, looking at you, which is always kind of fun. It really is a solid and stable and firm feeling bike. You can just tell it's a quality built bike. I was impressed by how stable it felt, especially with the smaller 14 by 1.95 inch air-filled tires. There were times I was hitting over 25 miles per hour on the downhill section and felt the bike handle the speed just fine. The seat on this is just incredibly soft. It's gotta be the softest seat on any bike I've tried. I think Fido knew they'd have to have a comfortable seat with the range rating of over 100 miles. I had a few friends try it the other day, and that's the first thing they noticed. The handlebars have a good spread. They are wide for a bike frame this small. I like the grips too, kind of bigger. They're just a nicer feeling grip. So on the left side of the handlebars, you have a light switch. You do have front and rear lights on this, and it's got a large rear tail light, which I like for some night riding. Make sure nobody hits you. There's an electric horn, which is crazy loud. The LCD screen is pretty simplistic. Once you turn it on, you just use the mode button on the right to switch between speed modes, 1, 2, and 3. The pedal assist takes 3 to 4 revolutions to kick on, and that's from a standstill. If you're already going and you stop, it's delayed about 1.5 to 2 seconds. There is a long delay where you still get power. When you start pedaling again, it takes about the same 3 to 4 revolutions for the power to kick back on. Now, if you hit the brake levers, that will immediately cut off the power. You got a half twist throttle, and that is immediate power. As soon as you turn it, it goes. Now, it doesn't matter what pedal assist level you have it on, 1, 2, or 3. If you use the throttle, that gives full power. If you hold the throttle down for about 6 seconds, the cruise kicks in. You can release it and just enjoy the view. This is a single speed system, and so just pedaling normal I can't feel any resistance after about 9 or 10 miles per hour. I just made it to Bryce Canyon National Park and I just barely lost my first battery bar. I got 13.99 miles so far, so 14 miles in the first battery bar with an hour and 5-minute ride time. This little bike is kicking butt. This has been uphill almost the entire time and I've been averaging 14, 15 miles an hour. It has got some serious power for being so small. I am like impressed. The trail I'm on has a ton of just these little hills and they're ranging from 3% up to 9, 10%. And I've yet had to help it out pedaling. It'll slow down, but it gets up there. You can really hear that motor kicking in to push it to the top. When I got back to my car, I had gone 36.16 miles with only 2.25 of the 5 battery bars it has. So if I were to estimate, for 2.5 bars, I could hit around 40 miles. Times that by 2 for the other 2.5, and that's 80 miles, which is seriously impressive. Now that is 40 less than the rating, but you had to take the elevation gain into consideration, which was almost 2,000 feet. I wouldn't be surprised to make it over 100 miles on flatter terrain. Now 80 miles destroyed the competition. The next bike closest to that is their D11 with a range of 25 miles. There's no rating for hills, so let's see how it does. Well, this is the hill test. I just walked up there and measured the steepest part and it said 16%. So this is a pretty steep hill. It's about 2 blocks long. I have 3 of the 5 battery bars left. I've got my speed app open. I'm just gonna go straight throttle, not pedaling, and see if I can make it up. This is about right in that 16% range. Down to 8. Not pedaling, down to 7. Just straight throttle. Man, this thing has got some power. It's slow, but this is a steep hill. That's probably got to be 18. I think I missed the steepest part. Back up to 7. Back up to 8, and we're over the top of the steepest part. The bike is small but mighty. It's got the most power out of all other bikes in this range for hills. The L3 has front and rear disc brakes. Here's the stopping distance from all 3 pedal assist levels. And now pedal assist 3 and throttle. The brakes are quick and abrupt and will pop up the rear tire if you're not leaning back to counter the braking. The L3 weighs 53 pounds, tying for the heaviest in this category. It can carry a rider up to 264. It has an IP54 rating which protects from water at any direction, comes with an 18-month warranty, and ships in 7 days. Overall, here's what you get with the Fido L3. A top speed of 15 miles per hour using the throttle. A quick acceleration for the size, reaching 15 miles per hour in less than 10 seconds. It has an incredible range of up to 120 miles, depending on rider weight and terrain. Hill climbing ability is also impressive, tackling a 16% slope without any help. Brakes aren't the best, they're strong, but they do pulsate. If you want a bike with a long range, this is the one to get. But there is a trade-off. You do sacrifice speed for that type of range. So it all depends on what you want. So there you have it. Hit the like button before you go, and be sure to subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.